Think of AI as a digital brain. Just like your phone's assistant can understand your voice, AI helps Spotify suggest songs you'll love. It's like having a personal assistant who gets smarter each day. How cool is that? It's hard to believe, but AI has been around for over 60 years. Imagine the first AI ideas were born when rock and roll was just taking off. Companies like IBM were early pioneers, setting the stage for today's AI advancements. Imagine AI types as different levels of expertise. Apple's Siri is an example of narrow AI, designed to perform specific tasks like setting reminders. What's intriguing is how these types pave the way to increasingly advanced capabilities. Ever wondered how far AI can go in mimicking human intelligence? It's fascinating to think that our ancestors imagined machines that could operate on their own hundreds of years ago, long before computers existed. From the ancient Greek myth of Talos, a giant bronze automaton, to early robots in Chinese and Arabic texts, the human dream of AI has ancient roots. Machine learning is like teaching a machine to recognize patterns in data and make predictions. Imagine having a personal assistant that learns your preferences over time, like how Spotify recommends songs you might love. Companies like Amazon use it to suggest products you're likely to buy next. Isn't that smart? Imagine teaching a child to recognize fruit by showing labeled examples. That's supervised learning. Spotify uses this to recommend songs. Ever wonder how your friend guesses movie spoilers? They unintentionally learned patterns from past movies, just like a machine. Imagine sifting through a giant bag of mixed candies and sorting them by flavor or color without any labels. That's what unsupervised learning does. Spotify uses this technique to organize millions of songs into playlists you might like. It might seem logical to think that more data and features lead to better learning, but in reality, this can overwhelm and confuse the algorithm, similar to how extra details can complicate simple daily decisions. It's a case of less is more, where stripping down to the essentials often leads to clearer and more efficient learning outcomes. Think of neural networks as the brainpower behind smart technologies like Google's image search or Netflix's recommendation engine. Just like neurons in our brain connect and transmit signals, artificial neurons work together to learn and predict outcomes. Ever wonder how Spotify knows your next favorite song? Neural networks are the maestros behind these music predictions. Ever wondered how your brain learns to recognize a friend's face? Machines learn in a similar way. For example, Netflix tweaks its algorithms to better recommend shows by backtracking and adjusting factors, much like trial and error in real life. Imagine teaching a child new skills by constant feedback and adjustment. That's precisely what training algorithms do for AI models. Deep learning is transforming everyday tech. Did you know your Netflix recommendations are powered by it? Think of deep learning like a supercomputer brain that excels at seeing and understanding complex patterns just like a human would. It's counterintuitive to think that our cutting-edge AI, powering everything from recommendation systems to self-driving cars, operates at a snail's pace compared to our brains. Yet, neural networks achieve their power not through speed, but by processing vast amounts of data simultaneously using massive parallelism. It's like having countless workers doing a small part of the job at their own slow pace, but finishing together to build something impressive. Great work finishing this chapter. Here are the key takeaways. Neurons, basic units processing info like human brain cells. Backpropagation adjusts weights in neural networks. Image recognition powers self-driving cars. Imagine teaching a computer to understand human language. Netflix uses this to recommend shows you'll love based on reviews and subtitles. Ever wondered how Siri understands your voice commands? That's NLP working behind the scenes. Have you ever wondered how Alexa understands your requests? Amazon's Alexa uses speech recognition to decode and execute your commands seamlessly. It's like teaching a computer to decipher the sounds of speech, much like how we learn to read and understand language as kids. Imagine teaching a friend every language in the world just by talking to them. That's what tools like Google Translate do by analyzing an immense amount of language data. Who else could use such a clever assistant? Imagine if your computer could pick up languages just by listening to conversations around it like a baby does. While AI struggles with nuances, your 6-month-old nephew already knows French from Spanish just by eavesdropping. Imagine teaching a computer to recognize a cat from a photo. This is how computer vision works. Google Lens uses it to identify items around you just by pointing your phone at them. Isn't it cool that machines can see and interpret the world? Ever wondered how your smartphone recognizes your face? Tech giants like Google harness the power of AI to categorize images within milliseconds. It's like having a supercharged digital librarian that effortlessly sorts through a gigantic photo library. Have you ever wondered how your phone camera knows where faces are? That's object detection in action. Companies like Tesla use it to recognize pedestrians and other cars, making driving safer. It's like having a keen-eyed digital assistant by your side. What objects can you spot in your world today? It's fascinating to think that a machine can read your X-ray or MRI scan with more precision than a human doctor. This unexpected advancement not only speeds up diagnosis but also opens new horizons in medical research and patient care. When you think of AI, do you picture robots taking over jobs? Companies like Netflix use AI to recommend shows, which sounds helpful. But what happens if those recommendations lack transparency or invade privacy? Understanding AI ethics helps us navigate these challenges and make technology work for everyone. Imagine a resume screening AI that favors certain names or phrases because of biased training data. Companies like Amazon have struggled with this before. Are we ready to confront the invisible biases AI can perpetuate? Imagine a future where your smartphone predicts your needs before you even know them. That's the power of AI trends like Edge AI, which processes data on your device for faster results. Netflix, for example, uses AI to suggest movies you might love, just like a friend who knows your taste. Isn't that fascinating? Imagine applying for a job and thinking a machine is evaluating you purely on your skills. Turns out, the AI might actually be influenced by biased data, leading it to favor certain demographics. So while AI holds potential to level the playing field, without careful ethical oversight, it can reinforce the very biases it intends to eliminate.